This is Demetrius Jackson. You're watching the I Don't Care What You Think podcast. People are crazy.
Yo, welcome to the I Don't Care What You Think podcast.
Well, we don't care what you think.
So we have here the original guest.
Word. I was about to say the same thing. That's crazy.
That started it all for us with guests.
Word.
Started it all. The boss man.
Super.
Experienced the brands. He told you obedience was key.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's also a minister.
Mm-hmm.
He's now in his return an author.
Yeah.
As you can see him laying out right there for you.
Come get yours. Autographed and all. Write a little message in there for you. Something nice.
And then we
Make
said
you feel
that,
good.
Then they said, "Let out. You see the cup?" I was like, "Oh, he got the cup."
Word.
And he's the one and only, and more importantly, he's family. He's family to us. He's family to you. He's family to everybody. He walked with God. He walked by faith. And when God speak, he hear God. He move.
Cause don't be afraid to hear God and move.
The first ever everything. The first person to sponsor us. The first person we ever did any kind of drop or any promo for was him.
Yep.
He made it possible for the rest of y'all to come sit here
In the throne.
over and over and over. It is his throne. You lucky he letting us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
word.
He go ahead and let him sit at the throne, make him feel good. You know, the one and only Demetrius Jackson.
Thank you.
It ain't too much, man. It ain't too much. You. Nah, what I wanted to say to you, and I wanted to wait. Look at the wear and tear on this.
Mine's pop. Mine's pop.
This is the second
a long
one.
time ago.
The first one it stretched out and it fell off. This is the second one, and I must say, since we put this on,
You've been
and we
hearing God and moving.
interviewed, yo, we done had people sit here, do they album rollouts with us.
Mm-hmm. We had a councilman in here.
I had the councilman in here, the councilman in North sat right here in the throne.
Yeah.
Nice.
We done had artists come here and go. I performed here, and now you're here doing the interview. So I do truly want to thank you for blessing us with the prayer that you blessed us with when you did.
It's much appreciated more than you think it is.
Because it went from nobody knowing us to everybody want to be.
Yeah.
Everybody want to sit here. Everybody want to sit here, and I appreciate that. And that's why this band won't get removed no matter what I do, no matter where I'm at.
We'll get you another one.
Yeah, now you gave me enough. I got another one in the house.
Oh,
I'm not taking this one off until it come off on its own.
got you.
So
I hear you.
the blessings is rare. If you're a person that never believed, you know, I talk to God, I hate God and the blessings, I can truly say, since putting his band on, we've been blessed over and over and
I
over.
agree. Even
and
on mine's
over
pop,
and over.
I agree with what he's saying. So yeah, he ain't lying.
We've been blessed so much. His first episode was with a phone. Now he's sitting in front of a real camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So how has life been treating you since the last time we seen you?
Author.
Man,
Author.
life has been good. Last year was very ghetto, and people would not even understand the half of what last year was to endure because so many good things came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But last year was a very trying year. But I'm blessed, and everything has been good. God is amazing. As you can see, two books since the last time. More business, more ministry. Just, cause like you said, just keep hearing God moving.
Yeah.
So is the second book out?
Yeah, that's out.
Oh man,
Wait, this the first or the second book?
This is the second
That's
book.
the second book.
And what was the first book?
So the first book is Effective Representation.
Okay.
And the second book is a devotional.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's called 30 Days of Yes, Lord.
Okay.
And it's a devotional that leads you into a life of just saying yes to God, whatever he asks you to do, whatever he's telling you to do, encourages you. It's interactive, so you use it like in the morning, at night, you know, keep up with your day and your journey, and it just leads you into a lifetime of just always saying yes to God. So yeah, that's the 2 books.
Okay.
So the second book runs parallel with the first book, or the second book is something different?
It's technically something different,
Okay.
but you can use them at the same time.
So they like a family. They like cousins. Or they like
A little bit.
Or
Like
they,
yeah, because
they ain't siblings, but they grew up together.
like that. They're
Makes
both
sense, makes
necessary.
sense.
Let's say that.
Okay.
So what's the name of this one?
Both, this one is 30 Days of Yes, Lord. It's a devotional journal.
Okay, and the first book is called
Effective Representation.
All right.
Volume 1, right?
Any volume? Yes, it's volume 1. Yes, it's volume 1.
That means you're getting volume 2, getting volume 3. He was out there signing the books and kissing babies for the Lord. You had to see he was out there. He was out there. He had the suit on. He was out there. He was doing it for the people.
When I finished this one, y'all know how I do. So, the Lord told me. Well, okay, funny. So, I'm talking to my god sister. Talking about my birthday. What you gonna do for your birthday? I'm like, I'm going to Paris this year. I ain't get to go yet. I'm gonna go to Paris. That's what I'm gonna do.
Word.
Lord's like, no, you're not. You're gonna be becoming an author. I'm like,
All right.
okay. Guess I'm
So-
not going to
Now hold on, let him finish the story. Because he derailed Paris for this. So what happened after that?
Yeah.
So after that, I told her, I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to Paris.
You're gonna be an
told
author.
The Lord told me. She was like, okay, well, I guess you're doing that. And from there, it was just a matter of, okay, God, what are we writing about? What do you want me to say? And he had given me a Facebook post about just how we don't think about the things that we do, the things we say, and how that makes God look, or how it makes, how it makes God look, even how it makes yourself look, how it makes your family look.
Right.
It's just, we don't think about those things and how it can affect or effect someone.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a Facebook post that turned into a book.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So when you say God told you you're gonna write it,
Yes.
can you explain that? Like,
He literally said to me when I said I'm going to Paris, he said, no, you're not.
like in your head?
Yes. So, like, no one else would have heard him say it to me. If
That's
what they did.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
No one else would have heard him say it to me.
That's fire. That's fire though.
But it's funny because I was on, like, Clubhouse
Yeah.
maybe the year before,
Okay.
and someone prophesied to me. You know prophesying?
Nah, I was about to ask you.
Okay.
I don't sugarcoat. If I don't know something,
Yeah,
I
No,
don't.
no, no.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Most of the stuff you just explain it. just explain it for me.
To prophesy is to foretell.
All right.
So it's the foretelling of something.
Like manifesting? Something like that?
No, not manifesting. It's the foretelling of something.
Okay.
But manifesting is kind of like when you repeat something. And
All right,
to
right.
Speaking
into
into
existence.
existence.
Okay.
Exactly. But a prophet will prophesy, so it's the foretelling of something.
Okay.
Telling you something that's gonna happen before it happens, and things like that. They could do prophets do other things as well.
Okay.
But that is one of the things, and that's what it is to prophesy. So someone prophesied to me that I was gonna write books, and at the time I was like, okay, like just kind of brushed it off.
So you never
So
had a
I
love for
actually
it before?
No.
Like you
Never seen
never
myself
wrote
writing
nothing
a
like
book,
a
ever.
poem.
I can
Nothing.
write, but I don't. It wasn't something that I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write a book, or oh yeah, I can honestly say, growing up, even in school and stuff like that, like I like to write,
Okay.
but it wasn't a passion. Like let
I
me
get
write
you.
books.
Is it a passion now?
No,
Oh, word.
it's not.
At least you
Passion
honest.
now. It's not. It's not.
At least you
It's-
honest. But all right, so you don't got a passion for it now, but you wrote 2 books in no matter how long.
Oh, I wrote them in the same year.
That's crazy. That sounds like a little passion to me.
Sound like you became passionate to
It's
me.
really just obedience.
Okay.
Told you
When God
obedience
tells
was
me
key.
to do something, it's it. So let me tell you, when I wrote this book, it was literally God speaking and me writing. Right? He would say, "Hey, this weekend, you're not going anywhere. Get your food, get your snacks. You're not leaving the house. You're writing." Right? So I would do that, and I would go to my laptop, my iPad, and he would just start talking, and I would write.
Oh wow.
Right? I never reread a chapter, anything.
You never revised nothing?
Never.
Oh, that's crazy.
Not through my whole entire process of writing. And authors and people who write books, it's different for each person.
Right.
But
Yeah.
for me, it was literally him talking. I did no research. I did not look at anybody else's anything. I sat at my iPad. He spoke. I wrote. When he said the chapter was over, that was it. Let's move on to the next subject, next chapter. When I was done, I sent it to the publisher, the editor, to edit everything. It was not until he sent it back to me that I ever read the full book.
Wow.
And when I read it, it was amazing because it was like reading somebody else's stuff. I was like, this is good. I want to take notes.
So who your favorite author?
I don't have one.
You don't have one.
I don't have one. Again, so reading was never my, I love to read. I would
I'm
never
with you
tell
on that
anybody
one.
because it's not something that
I like to hear it.
now being in ministry, I have to read. I have to read and I have to study. When God speaks a word, I have to know what I'm talking about and where, what the chapter's talking about, what the setting was. So you have to really study. But those were never passions for me, and that's just honest. So, but when God is calling you to do something and it's necessary in the earth, he'll give you what you need to accomplish it. That's why you can't question your ability to do something.
Okay.
Don't ever, if he's telling you to do something, it's never a question of, God, can I do this? Because I just told you to do it. I wouldn't tell you to do something that I'm not going to give you everything you need to do.
Oh, that's crazy. That what you're saying right now leads to my next question. I was gonna ask you, have you ever heard God say something to you and you was like, I'm not doing that?
No, absolutely not.
Or question it or nothing. It's just,
it's not that I don't have questions. I have a lot of questions.
right.
But it's never a question of whether I'm going to do it or not. I'm going to do what he's telling me to do.
Or
Definitely going to do that. So that's that. But that's the way that he's caused me to live. That's where hear God move comes from. That's where obedience is the key comes from. That's where keep going comes from.
Right.
And now effective representation. Effective representatives. That's what we're supposed to be. So that, you just think about how is what I'm doing going to affect the lives of other people or affect the lives of other people. And I talk about that in the book, the difference between something affecting people and affecting people. So, yeah.
I
like that.
I appreciate what you said because I'm a big music person. And the producer, Dr. Dre, he said when he know he got a hit record, as he making a song, they don't listen to it. He's making it, that's when he's listening to it. He said he sends it off, and when they send it back mixed and ready, that's when he listened to it. And he told 50 Cent was the first person to notice it. And 50 Cent was like, yo, why we don't listen to this one time? He was like, because it's a hit record. And he was like, yo, how you know? He was like, I just know. And then he was like, I don't keep listening to it because then I get stuck. And I want my next song is going to sound just like this. It's going to sound. But he was like, if it's not a hit record, we can keep listening to it as much as you want. But if I hear it and I go, oh, no, this fire, that's it. That's the only time we're going to listen to it until they put it out.
Nice.
So it's similar to when you was like, God told you to just write. You didn't even read it until it was done and sent back to you. He won't even let you hear the song until it's done. And when they send it back to him, he send it to you and go, yo, they go the song.
That's crazy.
That's exactly how it happened. I'm telling you. It literally, I'm telling you, I wanted to take notes. I was like, oh my God, that's good right there. It was, you wouldn't have thought that I wrote the book.
Dang, that gotta be like a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, it's
Being
every time God uses me, whether it's prophesying to someone, giving somebody a word or whatever, it's amazing to see it happen. To have people say, "Oh my God, you said this," and it happened, but it's not me, it's Him. But it's amazing to be chosen, to be called, for Him to use me in that way. So it's an honor for God to use me in that way.
And it's crazy because I have a cousin, and he just told Ray the story yesterday of our other cousin. And he was like, yo, I was talking to him one day, and he was talking about when he was younger. And he was like, yo, it was always this voice. He was like, it was always this voice that told me to do negative stuff. And this Ray hearing it. That's why it's great.
I did hear it.
You the next day, like that. Now you said it in a positive
we definitely were just talking
light.
about
He said, yo, it was in a negative light. He said, I listen to it every time. And my cousin was like, I think you got a problem. He was like,
dude, get that checked out.
Yeah, he was like, now that I'm older, I know, and I ignore it. He was like, yo, but every time the devil spoke, I was like, what's up? What we doing?
And it's funny that he identified exactly what it was.
Yeah, he said it was the devil.
As God speaks, the devil speaks too.
Yeah.
And I can't say, now that he's older, he makes totally different decisions. Like, me and him would be talking, he'd tell me a scenario, and I'd be like, what you do after that? He'd be like, man, I just walked away. Not the old Jude. So
You heard a different voice this time.
So I appreciate, I ain't gonna lie, the author stuff caught me all the way off guard. Like when you was gearing up for it and you was gonna surprise people and you just got so impatient and you was like, I'ma just say it. Yo, he had a whole thing. It was like a surprise to us. Like we didn't know. He just told on himself. He was like, look, man.
Word.
People were harassing me, man.
He was like, look,
crazy.
man, I thought he opened up another spot or something.
That's what everybody thought.
Yeah.
That's what everybody
He was like,
thought.
nah, I got a book. I'm like, yo. And as soon as my wife told me, I said, God told him to do it. She was like, what? I said, God. I said, there's no way. He just was like, yo, I'm going to write a book.
No way. I'm just like, hey, I'm going to write this book. No.
Two at that.
Two. You know what?
And
the
book
two
release
part.
was for one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See that?
You ain't do a release for the second one?
No, they ain't even know.
No, I did an announcement for it, but I didn't do a book signing or anything like that. My mother wants me to do one. We're working on it.
How did the book signing go? Like for the first one?
It was good. We did an interview.
Wish I could have made it, man. I wish I could have made it.
It's all right. I understand. It was a busy time. But it was a good turnout. We did an interview, and it was my birthday celebration as well. So we had
happy
food,
belated
of
birthday.
course. Thank you. Yeah. We had food, of course. We did all of that. It was good.
Okay.
Very good. It was good to see people actually excited, and you know, some people I had read the book before, so they talked about it. It was very humbling to say the least.
So I know you. Where the merch at? I know the merch go with the book somewhere. Where is that? I know you. So where is that?
So it is. I wrote it down too, just in case I forgot. Listen, I was trying to
Fully
remember
prepared.
my website. I'm like,
Fully prepared.
Nah, but it's hgmgglobalministries.com. But
Okay.
it's on Amazon. It's on a whole bunch of websites. But if you get it from my website, I'll sign it before it gets sent off to you. So I'll tell people to go to HGMG Global Ministries and get your book.
That's Head Garden Move.
Get your merch. We have the tumblers, we have hoodies, t-shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff on there.
Right.
Yep. You can see what I'm doing, the things that I do when I do a live every Tuesday morning. That information is up there. God had me start it's called Mentorship Moments, but it's basically like prophetic sessions, right? So it's kind of like I work with different people, depending on who it is, what they have going on.
Okay.
It's about accountability, helping people be accountable, pushing people into what God is having them to do. Because a lot of it is just He's telling them to do it. They're just not moving.
Yeah.
So I help people with that type of stuff. And that's where the second book came from.
Oh, wow.
The second book, the Devotional, came from me working with one of the people that I was doing mentorship moments with the one-on-one sessions. And this individual was supposed to be writing a book. And I'm like, okay, and was doing great. But then just started making excuse after excuse after excuse.
Hey.
And so God said to me, you're going to write a devotional.
Dang, that's crazy.
It was literally to show, because I do a whole lot more during the week. I have a lot more going on. And it's like, you're making all these excuses.
And you ain't got nothing going on.
I wrote this second book in a matter of weeks. And it was done. And my amazing publisher got it done so that we could release it on January 1st.
You can shout them out if you want.
Oh, Justin Ruffin, 1229
Like
Publishing.
David Ruffin?
He's amazing. Like David Ruffin, but Justin Ruffin. The apostle, the prophet, the publisher, the editor. the mentor. He's amazing. I love him so much. He really has helped me in more ways than one. Writing, getting my book out, just personal ministry growth, mentorship sessions with him, and all of that stuff. So he was here for the book signing. Came from Maryland. Amazing guy. If anybody's trying to get a book professionally done, you want it done right, Justin Ruffin.
He do audiobooks?
Publishing.
He do audiobooks? If you do audiobooks, I'm down. I got a couple things to say. I got
whatever we need.
got some things to get off my chest.
Whatever we need, man.
All right. Last time you was here, you had a message for Ray, right? And you told him to go to Atlanta and stuff. All right. You know what I think his next move gonna be? And I know God listening. He has a hidden talent that a lot of people don't know. Do not be surprised if he pop up with a gospel album.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Listen.
That'd be dope.
Listen to a lot of people. What's the hidden talent?
You can sing.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know that. That is the one thing that will not surprise me. If he be like, I'm dropping the.
A lot of people was saying that.
Have you ever tried your hand at that? Like singing, like
I don't have
not
anything
an album,
recorded.
but like
I don't have anything recorded.
I bet you it's gonna be recorded if God tells him to record it.
He might tell him. He ain't
even gonna write it down. He gonna go in the booth and just do it. It's just gonna fall into place. Like the words are just gonna rhyme, and it's just gonna be there.
Listen, we hear God move over here.
So you can sing. So why haven't you ever tried your hand at least making gospel music? Because you're deep.
I mean, as I'm hearing God and moving, it's so much going on. But when he says it, be it. I'll do it.
All right, you're going to be sleeping. He's going to walk up on you, Yolanda Adams. You're like, what the?
I didn't say he didn't say it.
Donnie McClurkin.
You never know. You never know. We'll see what happens. I didn't say he didn't say it.
All right.
So,
So everything he has asked you to do, personally, what was your favorite conversation
That's a good
with
question.
him? Like from an author to a homeowner to a businessman to a merchandise seller to you also travel. So what was the one when he was like, we doing this? And you was like, I don't know. Why are we doing that? And then you was like, oh, nah, I like that we chose this. I like that we chose this. What would be your favorite out of all the blessings?
It's a lot of those. No,
you know what?
If you say that was your favorite, he might tell you to do it again.
I will
he might never tell him to do it again.
After every move, it's amazing to me. It doesn't matter. It's always amazing to me to see what God spoke to me happen. Always. Okay. Now, I will say this book is kind of like blew me away. Because, again, the whole experience, the way it happened, and then now to see how necessary it is and see people saying, no, this really helped me. This is really changing my life. No, really, because it talks about healing. There's components of healing that's necessary. And it's all this stuff that's in this book. So I would say if I had to choose a favorite right now, it would probably be the book. Because it's just beginning, and I've gotten prophetic words about where it's going and the things that's gonna happen, and everybody's already excited about Volume 2 that I know nothing about. And
it's on the way. It's on the way because he made you say volume, so that means it's gonna be more than one.
He made you name it the volume.
I'm gonna tell you how we got the Volume 1. It was not originally Volume 1, right? Again, I didn't read it.
Right.
So I got it back. I read everything. I'm like, this is good. But then I'm like, but it feels undone. Like, it doesn't feel like, I'm like, God, maybe we should push it back. I don't know. Do I need to write more? And he's like, no, this is Volume 1. So I text Justin, hey, we got to add Volume 1. That's it.
Sheesh.
That's how that happened.
So, although you weren't an author, and like you said, you didn't like writing and none of that, but God told you to do it. Did you surprise yourself after doing it? And you was like, y'all really did that?
Yes. Yes, and I give God all the credit because again, everything in here He gave me.
He told you to
I
say.
didn't. I'm telling you, because some authors they sample other people's books, they do
Right.
Yeah.
research, and they're,
I was gonna
it's
ask you
so
that
many
too.
things that come with it.
Did you
But
do
for
any of
me,
that?
no, I literally sat at my iPad. He
Wow.
talked, he spoke. I wrote what he said. This is
crazy.
him. This is him. It's kind of like, and I'm not, don't act crazy, people. I'm not saying that. It's kind of like, though, how the disciples and the prophets and the apostles in the Bible wrote the Bible. How they would speak, he would speak. And they say it's inspired by God.
Yeah.
This is inspired by God. It's not Bible. I'm not saying that. However, it's like the same thing because he literally spoke and I wrote.
Right.
For real.
So the name itself, like the name of the book is, well, both of the books. You named that.
Nah, he gave it
God
to me.
named that.
He gave it to me.
Dang.
He gave me all of it.
I
I
like
can't
that.
take credit.
I like that
can't.
you're giving credit to the man
I
upstairs.
cannot take
I like
credit
that.
for any. I'm telling you, I can't take credit for it. He definitely gave it to me. So I gotta say what it is. Trying to see. Let me see if I can find the original post so y'all can see it.
Yeah, send that to him so he can edit that in there.
Added that in there.
Edit that on in there. Put that-
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey though.
What made you go with this? What made you go with these type of books, like this copy, like the? What kind of copy is it? Like not the hard
Soft copy.
Soft copy. What made you go with soft copy?
Oh no, just the size that we chose to do,
Okay.
and all of that stuff goes into whether it can be a hard copy, soft copy, all that stuff. So just
okay.
went that way.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not, to me, it's not big enough to be a hardcover.
Nah, it's dope. It's like them books I used to get in like 4th grade that they made you read and stuff like that. Like I would read.
Hey, I can't stand you.
This was one of the joints I would have picked out in 4th grade
Make sure you read
for
it.
sure. No, yeah, I'm gonna read
In
it.
life
for sure,
right
for sure.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it for sure.
As an adult.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's,
No,
it's,
it's really
it's,
good.
it's gonna be an honor though, cause I
I
do
don't want y'all to
not
tell me what
read.
y'all think.
Like, I do
not
not read.
Oh yeah, he's an audio. You
I
ever
like-
thought about doing an audio book?
Yeah, I like
for it?
audio books. I do not like reading books.
People think of things for me to do as if I don't do enough, and it's very, yeah. So people have, all you need to do an audio book. All you need to do an audio book.
What's your favorite page from this book?
I don't know if I have a favorite page.
Give me a line or
I-
something. Tell it to like get the people out there what they could expect if they open this book up and just start reading. I see you got some stuff highlighted.
I highlighted some
Yeah,
stuff.
let me hear a little something. Get the people a little something. Don't leave them. Don't leave them stranded.
All right, so chapter 1 talks about character, how character matters, right? It's called
Okay.
Character Matters, right? And one of the things that I say is that we must remain humble, like David did. I talk about David in here, and so it'll explain it if you ever, when you read it. But it says, we must remain humble like David, regardless of our position, how we serve in ministry, the job we have, the amount of money or status. When we remain humble and repentant, God is more inclined to have mercy on us and forgive us for our wrongdoings. And then it says, our character affects how we treat and handle people. The way we treat people is a determining factor in how we maintain or lose the relationships in our lives.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, so that's chapter 1, talking about character.
How many chapters you got in there?
8.
8 for both books?
No. This devotional journal it's a 30-day.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this journal you use every day.
Okay.
Right? So most people
I noticed the lines when it was when it said I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, you have to, every day is something that you need to fill out and write, and it's tracking your progress and all of that. But after the 30 days is done, you keep going.
Okay.
There's some
I see right here.
yeah, there's some blank pages as well at the end, so you continue.
Oh yeah.
Then let's see, I'll do a little
like
chapter
this
2.
cover.
Thank you. Chapter 2 is managing our flaws. And one thing I say in here is the sad truth is that most people choose to live their life with their flaws. And they make excuses for them rather than doing the necessary work to change for the better. So Another thing I say is our flaws keep us humble and grounded. They remind us that our journey with Christ is personal, and we cannot be so worried about others, how they're living, and what they're doing wrong, because we are all flawed individuals who should consistently strive for perfection.
Yo, the fact that you didn't proofread this stuff that you was writing is crazy. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
So what was edited? Like you said, you sent it to the editor. What was edited?
So when
Dry
they
words and
edit,
stuff like that?
it's just making maybe something sounds better reworded.
Okay.
Switch out this word for that one, things like that.
Okay.
Making sure, but mostly making sure spelling errors are gone.
Okay.
You know, everything, the grammar's correct. That's all the editing.
Punctuation
stuff.
is where it's supposed to be.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Nah, man, it was annoying me because you had it up there perfect. Yeah. It's annoying me. You had it up there perfect.
Yeah. And then I'll just do one more for chapter 3 was effective, effective. So I talked about that a little earlier. So just what I just wanted to talk about, just the difference between the two, right?
Okay.
So this is effective representation, right?
Okay.
So when you talk about effective, effective. So effective describes something that is produced, that produces a desired result. Effective comes from the noun effect, which means result, right?
Okay.
So when you effect something, you get a desired result out of it, right? But when you affect something, it describes something influenced by emotions, resulting from emotions, or expresses emotion. So affecting something is
With the
emotional.
A and effecting is with the E. Because a lot of people, y'all get that totally misconstrued.
Exactly.
So now you should
Breaks it
understand.
down, breaks it down.
Now you should understand, but a lot of people do not understand that stuff.
Yeah. Yo.
Yo, it's he really an author, yo.
Listen, it blows my mind every time.
And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, we are recording in a church setting, so it's
for the people.
The whole interview and moment here right now is so surreal because we in the church with the man of God and 2 books of God. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But I do. While you here, we had some questions from the people.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask this first question, the one you didn't have, and get that out the way. The first question that someone wanted me to ask you was,
It's anonymous.
You're a man of. I shouldn't tell him that. You're a man of faith. Is it a struggle to walk by faith and not flesh?
Ooh, that's actually a really good question.
What that mean? I gotta know. I'm not about to hear the answer before I know what it means.
So your flesh is your humanity,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, you hear something in your head and you say, "Oh, something told me." God.
Right. Okay.
So your flesh is your humanity, what
Okay.
you would do,
Ah,
what you
alright,
want to
alright.
do.
That makes
right?
sense.
Your flesh has desires and it needs things and yearns for things and
Paris.
wants things. Right?
Okay.
He wanted that Paris. Lord was like,
alright.
write that book.
And then
That makes
walking by
sense.
faith was
Is
actually
with
saying,
God.
okay, how do I write this book? What do
Okay.
I do? And having faith that he was going to give me what to write because I said yes.
Okay.
It took faith to do that. It's getting easy, but every new level,
Is a challenge.
another level of faith is required.
Okay.
So there are levels of faith. So I can't say it's easy because certain things are easy. Saying yes
Right.
to God is easy for me,
Okay.
Okay.
right? But like I said, last year was ghetto. A lot of things happened last year. I had a lot of challenges and things that I have to face and deal with. And God told me to do some things that was very much so crazy in the natural to the flesh. And it took me to another level of faith
Okay.
because I'm going to do what he says. But I'm like, God, I believe you. I trust you. I know you're going to do it because you wouldn't tell me to do this if, and I want to say it so bad, but he won't allow me to say what happened yet. Sorry.
Okay. It's all right.
But I could have lost a lot by doing this. And last year, it was getting real close and tight. But this year, I could tell you, when I say he gave me way more than what I could have ever imagined because I had the faith and I did not stop. I kept going. I kept doing what he told me to do. I'll say this. Last year, I lost my job. You probably don't even know that.
Nah, I didn't.
Family don't even know.
See how God kept that quiet? We're going to keep that quiet.
He did.
And the thing about it, you've seen me.
Yeah.
But I didn't look like I didn't have a job. My cousin got married.
You never look worried.
I was able to go.
You never look worried.
I don't look like what I've been through. Never. And he won't allow you to.
You can see his smile from across. There could be 100 people outside.
And you know what's crazy?
You'll be like, yo, there you go.
What's crazy, I lost my job. I didn't work for 6 months last year. You know, I got the house.
Word.
I have car note. I have so many. I have a lot that needs to be paid. I pay bills for real by myself.
Word.
No sponsorship, no nothing. Me and God, we do this.
I was just about to say that. God held you down.
He held me down.
He woke up the bank account and said, pay them bills. He said, Lord,
listen,
you the one.
Man, I'm telling you. Hey, but that was actually a really good question though, because that will be my answer. Whenever it gets easy, and I'll give you what he's giving me. Whenever it gets easy, when faith gets easy, he takes you to another level of faith. He'll make you go through something on a greater level with more to lose. Because when I moved into the basement apartment, remember I told y'all about the basement apartment?
Right. I remember that.
I lost my. Did I tell y'all that?
Yeah, you lost your job.
Yeah,
you told us that whole story.
Yeah.
Then I bought my house, and I lost my job again.
All right.
The difference was,
I was just about to ask that.
Now, I have a whole mortgage.
Yeah. Bigger responsibility.
10 times what I was paying in this basement apartment, along with every other bill that I had. There was another level of faith required.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Unemployment was not doing
I'm not going to use the word scared, but...
Was I nervous? Yes.
Worried.
Yeah, like...
Yes, I was nervous.
Like, what I'm going to do?
But I couldn't get too nervous because, I said, God... You made me get this house. Remember, I didn't even want to buy it.
Right.
So I know you're not about to embarrass me.
True.
I know you're not about to do that and let me lose my house. And then I got to the point I said, you know what? If something happened and I lost it, that's just your plan.
Yeah.
And I accept that too. And I just kept moving every day.
Wow.
Kept moving every day. And I know it was God because normally when I go on an interview, I get the job. And I'm not boasting on myself, but it's just, I have a pretty good resume in my field. When I go, if I get the interview, I got the job.
Yeah.
I was going on interviews.
And not getting the job.
Shit.
So
at any point in time, was you, I was about to say, like, any point in time, you was like, all right, like, what are we doing? Like, what's up?
Like,
that mortgage due.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what was the blessing that came?
He can't say that yet.
Oh, you can't say the blessing? All right, we're going to
say it yet, man. But
a blessing came.
It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I'm still in my house. My mortgage is paid.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I asked what was the blessing that came?
It was financial. It was financial, but it took me really trusting God and faith for real.
Question. Do you work now, or has God pushed you into full entrepreneur?
Easy.
So you can't say that. So you can't say that neither.
No, I can say that. People.
I just wanted to know.
Y'all want to push me into these things. I'm like, listen.
Look,
I work a full-time job.
Okay. Well,
Matter of fact, I even got a part-time one.
Well, entrepreneurship is a full-time job. The way you
it
moving
is.
merch,
It is.
books, running buildings, that's a full-time job too.
One day is not the day.
Is it soon though?
It's not the day. I don't know. I don't think so. Listen. Again, as we're talking about faith, it takes another level of faith to be in full-time ministry, to be full-time entrepreneurs. That's another level of faith. You really got to trust God. Like, I don't have a check coming in every week for this amount.
Right.
I don't know that this is going to be deposited.
Yeah.
It's another level that I don't want it to be soon.
Yeah.
Unless it just really blows up and God does it in a way that I don't have to struggle. When He does it, I want it to be a smooth transition to where not even I'm making what I make now, but I'm making more than what I make now. I don't want it to be where it's like, I don't gotta trust you because I don't want that. My prayer is, God, when you cause me to go into full-time ministry, full-time entrepreneurship, whatever it may be, because it's gonna happen, I want it to be a smooth transition. That's my prayer. I want it to be a smooth transition. I do not want to have to struggle in it.
All right. Before I get back to the question from the people, you saying that, I have a question that I want to ask you. How do you feel, because you're very one with God, how do you feel about people who may exploit it, but they're not doing it? Like when you talk, you mean that. That's from the heart. Mm-hmm. It's people who say and sound just like you, and that's not from the heart.
For monetary.
That's just for their own game.
Yeah. Like the pastor from Brooklyn that just was about to go to jail.
Bro, about to do like 30 years.
30 years, but it's like yo, some people.
Oh, because he is robbing people.
Yeah, it's truly who live by it, and some people who just exploit it. Like, I know someone who was not religious that was gonna open up a church just so he didn't have to pay the taxes. I'm like, bruh, like what?
He's a
it happens every day. It happens every day. You know, I'm on my business.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be in the cut.
I ain't mad at that.
My business, making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
But that's why this is so necessary.
To add to his question, have you come encounter with people that he just?
Absolutely.
How do you deal with that, or how can you read them? Like when they come talking to how you talk, but can you like instantly get that instant like
sometimes
you're not for real?
God will give me insight and tell me, yeah, don't get too close to that one.
Right.
You know, this is what they're really doing. Yeah. As a prophet, you have insight.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He gives you insight.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You have answered 4 of these questions, and I ain't like.
Sheesh.
He answered. No, you answered. Why was the book the next calling for you? You answered, what is the book about? You answered, where could we purchase the book? And the question I asked is just a better version of, you walk with faith, so does that affect the decisions you make in your day-to-day? So he just answered all 4 of the questions. So I still got more, though. What is it like to spend a whole day with you? What is a day in the life with the busiest person I know?
Including a Sunday.
With the Sunday on it. Yeah.
It depends on the day. Depends on the day. I work, like I said, I work my 9 to 5. I'm the regional supervisor for a pharmaceutical company. So I have 2 locations that I'm over in Jersey. So I do that. And then it depends on the day. I may have session with someone, so we're going over their life and trying to hear what God is saying for them and help them to, get better, heal, or whatever, push the book, whatever they need to be doing. So it's that. I started a part-time job because when the Lord told me to do the book, I had just started back working, and I'm like, God, I'm extra. So I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I actually was sending the job to other people that needed a job, and God was like, just go. I'm like, oh, all right. So I went, and they hired me on the spot.
Sheesh.
So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to do this, and this is going to pay for my book signing. So I literally paid for my book signing with my part-time job. But then they asked me to stay, so I was
wow.
Okay. Yeah. Add that to the list. So sometimes I have to go there. But the Lord is kind of shifting that because I'm just reducing my hours because there's other things I need to do. But so besides work, it could be sessions. I'm in a prophetic class, so I'm doing that. Sunday, it depends on the Sunday. I can have one service, I can have 3 services.
Sheesh.
Wherever God is sending me, that's what I'm doing.
3 like full church services?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Sunday. Listen, I feel like, and I get this all the time because God oftentimes has me in multiple churches. Like, go to this church.
When you
go
said
to
3
church.
church, I thought you said like in one church, 3 full services.
No. Different times, different locations.
Okay. I get that.
So yeah, that could look like that. It depends if right now I'm fasting, so that looks like me not eating.
I was about to ask you what y'all eating for them days, like the day and the night. Where y'all going to eat at? Like, what's your spots? Where you if you had somebody telling you a whole day, where you bringing them to?
So one of my favorite spots is Bella Italia. I love their stuffed salmon. It's amazing.
Okay.
So I love that. It could be Bahama Breeze. I'm not hard when it comes to food. My friend literally told me I eat like a peasant because my meal could be whatever I put together. Like I don't.
I'm the same way.
I really.
I'm the same way. I could eat 3 slices of bread. I'm all right.
I talked to her last night. She's all excited because I cooked last night. She's like, "Oh, you made food?" She's like, "Oh, because you don't eat." She literally said I eat like a peasant because I don't. I'm not hard when it comes to
I'm with
food.
you on that.
As long as I'm full and it's something like good, I'm
with
good.
you on that.
I could get a Wendy's 4 for $4. Like I'm
definitely. I'm definitely with you on the 4 for 4.
I'm really not. Shrimp is my favorite food.
Mine too.
I made that last night. I'm excited. I'll eat that again. But yeah, so a day in the life could be different. Tuesday mornings. Every morning is a 5:45 unless the Lord wake me up at 3:30 and start talking, and then it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll be tired. I be wanting to go to bed, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Tuesdays, on a Tuesday, we gotta do the live. Then we gotta go to work.
Okay.
So, Tuesdays is every day. It's different. I think I have a session every day but Thursday. At this point, my Friday, she been acting up. We ain't been doing session, but when she ready, we'll get back.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna write her out and say who it is, but when she's ready, one thing I don't do, because as a prophet, you could be straight to it. That's it. But what I don't do, one of the things I learned from Justin, coincidentally, which is one of my mentors, is you never force somebody to do something that God's telling them to do. They have to want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm working with different people, and even that is crazy, because just to think about how, I used to get prophetic consultations and things like that with my mentors and stuff like that, and I still do. But to be doing it now is crazy. But it's really seeing the effect that it's having on people's lives and people really doing what God is amazing. But yeah, a day in the life of me could be
a little bit of everything.
Anything.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like y'all got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
We got the nonprofits that we're still doing,
right.
And
exactly. You might be doing a toy drive here, go to a service here.
Exactly.
Bahama Breeze over there.
We outside.
We outside. We outside with the faith too.
Outside.
Word. Hearing God and moving.
Because what people don't understand also is we can have a regular conversation
when
we talk about God.
Word.
Yeah, people don't.
One thing people don't
understand. One thing people don't understand, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. One thing religious people don't understand.
That's good.
Yeah. One thing religious people don't understand is you might not like or accept what another person does.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
But that don't mean they're doing something bad.
That's true.
It's just something you personally do not take a liking to.
That's true.
Correct.
I agree.
But they look at you like this is how God is looking at you. And it's like...
I think it's all about approach and the way you come off to a person.
Yeah, but it's like a...
Cause like Dimitri said, he said, we can have a regular conversation. But some people look at, like, religious people, like, over-the-top religious people, like, I can't talk to them about what's going on over here, what's going on over there, because they gonna judge me. Well, all in all, it's all about approach. Like, if you come to me talking like, yo, can I tell you something? It's not nothing God related to nothing. It's just, I just want to have a regular conversation. To have the regular conversation.
This leads me to one of the next questions on here. It's just like
wait, before you go to the next
No,
conversation.
I'm not gonna go to the next conversation. It's just like a love for music.
Yeah.
I have gospel songs I like.
Me too.
You have gospel songs you like.
Yeah.
You have gospel songs you like. But I also listen to
hardcore rap music.
And you also may listen to it.
Yeah.
He may not. And then he looking at us like, oh, you can't listen to gospel and that. What's wrong with you? And it's like, yo. That's what I mean by that. Like,
nah, it's just time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Like, if I know you don't listen to this, I'm not gonna bring it up. Why would I bring it up for? But some people can't do that. Some people gotta be like, oh, I listen to that new Gunna. Bro, I don't know who that is. Like, what are you telling me that for? Like, who is that? And then when like say I told you that, and then you say that. If I'm somebody else, they like, no, you can't do that, bro. Maybe if you explain who Gunna was, you're probably not gonna listen
that's
to it.
Really
After
artist too.
It's really
artist
artist.
named Gunna.
Probably won't listen to Gunna after that conversation.
But the thing is, it's not because, oh, I love God, I don't know who that is. That's not why. But what you said, and that's why I didn't want you to move on yet, because that was key. Mm-hmm. What you said was religious people. Mm-hmm. And I tell people all the time, I'm not so religious. I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
And that's what we're supposed to be.
That's how I separated it.
Because the religious part is those rules, those traditions, all of that stuff that causes people to judge you, that says you don't belong, that separates you and says you're not good enough. Right. Oh, you're going to hell because you listen to this music. Oh, you're going to hell because you wear that, because you go here, because you do that. Right. And that is the problem.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that if people pay attention, it's that God is trying to tear down that religious mindset. Now, all traditions, all traditions are not bad. All rules are not bad. We need rules. We need things in place so that there will not be chaos in the world. However, certain things, like to say, oh, if a woman wears pants to church, oh, she can't come in here like that. She's going to hell.
That's crazy.
You can't listen to this music. You can't go to the movies. Untrue. It's not biblical. That's man-made nonsense. Rituals and tradition, that religious spirit is what God is coming against with a lot of people. And I know that's a part of my ministry because a lot of the messages that God gives me comes against religious spirits because it is not effective. You cannot reach people if that is the way that you're coming at them.
Please. Can you repeat that? Please repeat. Oh, my goodness. No, I fully agree with you on that one.
It's the truth.
It is. I fully agree with you on that one.
And the sad part is, when you really think about, how church started and how things used to be, we were not educated. The pastor had the education. They were able to read so whatever they told them, that's what they went with.
That's true.
But these are things that even in the book, I talk about it a little bit because even with families, right, you go through trauma and these things happen. Religion was also used to control people. And that's just what it is. Like it, don't like it. It was used to control people. It's not about controlling because God wants your heart to want him. I don't want to force you have free will. I'm here. I'm waiting for you. And I think it's also important that people find the church for them, whether that be virtual.
That's another key too.
Whether that be physical location, because I know amazing virtual ministries.
You know what's crazy? It's something about me you don't know. I was having a conversation with my wife, and we was talking about Christians, Baptists, Muslim. Muslim. Yeah, of course. I could have said cousin.
No, I'm saying, you married now.
It's my wife.
Last time I came, now you got a wife. Got a little wife now.
But nah. So me and her was having a talk, and she was like, "Yo, why you converted to Islam?" And I was like, "Well, my father's Muslim." my mother was one to try to figure out her religion.
Mm-hmm.
So she never knew I was raised in church.
Mm.
She always thought I was raised through Islam because of my father. I said, I wasn't raised through Islam, my father. I ain't started going over there talking to them until I was like 15. She was like, what? I said, I was raised in church. I've been baptized. I was in youth choir. I was there. She like, yo, what happened? You said something when you was talking about the going to hell stuff. I've been to every type of church. Baptist, Pentecostal. Well, not every type, but you know what I'm saying. But Baptist, Pentecostal, I don't know what it's called, different styles, whatever, but I've been to them. She was the one breaking down the difference in all churches. I ain't know what I was a kid. One thing happened that turned me off forever.
And that's what happened.
Because she was like, why you ain't just find a church you like? I was like, well, I was a kid. By the time I was 15, 14 to go on my own,
I ain't dealing with this.
I walked into the masjid. Yeah, I went with my father, like, yo, where you going? Let's do that. But she let me know now so I could say it with no problem.
Yeah.
We went to a Pentecostal church. I don't even know if that's still a church, but it's on Bloomfield Avenue in Montclair. My mother does not wear skirts. My mother does. She'll wear dress, but she do not wear skirts. My mother wore pants.
You told last time.
Yeah, and
how they treated her.
Then we just never came back.
Oh, wow.
And then one day I asked her, like, yo, we ain't going up to the church on the drink. She like, we ain't never going back there. And I was like, why? Like, they was nice people. I'm like, why? She's like, oh, I'm not allowed back in the church. I'm like, yo, what you do? Like,
sad.
She was like, I wear pants. I refuse to put on the skirt.
It's sad.
And since that day, I was just like for real,
and
yo.
see, that trauma, that was trauma for you too, though.
Yeah, it was. That's why I told my wife, like, yo, it was
but
trauma.
you did through your mother.
And I was so confused because it was a small church. Like, other than the family members that ran the church, we was the only other family there. So
and that's why. But the sad part is there's still churches still operating that way.
Yeah.
Nobody there. No membership.
No membership. We was the only ones in there. Yo. We was
but
the only
they're
ones
still trying
in
to
there.
operate that way, and God is not. It's just not working. And there are people that need different kinds of churches, different styles, and all of those denominations, but things like that is the reason why this is necessary.
Yeah. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
Why? I'm telling you, I hope y'all really read it.
I'm
so
gonna
y'all
read
can
it.
see what I'm talking about.
Even though I got one in the house, but that's Kira's copy.
You don't have one.
I did that. That's what I said. That's Kira's copy. I said that. I said I got one in the house, but that's Kira's copy.
That meant he could have read it before today, but we ain't gonna get on the young man.
I never said I didn't read it.
Whoa.
He just said you need to read it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay then. Okay then. You ready?
Nah.
Exactly. I can't. Nah,
I don't have no stories like that, but
Yo, would you start?
But but hearing stories like that gives people that's what gives them their decision. I'm not.
Yeah, that's true.
You experienced it. What I need to go experience it for?
Oh nah, I don't. I mean, for me personally, I don't go to church. I'm just not a church goer. I don't.
Wasn't raised like that.
Nah, I was. I ain't gonna say I was raised in the church, but
Did they make you go?
Yeah, they made me go. That's
So
probably
you
why.
were rebelling.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I'm grown now. I ain't going to
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But you know what? It was the opposite for me.
Soon as I was able to not, like, soon as I was, I'm not going. Yeah.
It was the opposite for me. When I got older, I did stop going. I literally stopped going. Like, my mother would be like, "Oh, let's go." I'm like, "No, I'm not going today." And then, I started going. I went one time to another church. And I could hear God, like, it felt like, okay, yes. That was like the beginning of my journey of, we talked about that last time. Right?
Yeah.
Talked about that whole conversation. I had to leave my mother's church, all of that stuff.
Right.
So it was but what was different for me than you is when he led me there, I started experiencing him for myself.
Okay.
I got you.
It's no longer because my mother's making me or she's saying or it's just the right thing to do. It was, I want to be here. I feel great. I feel empowered. I'm getting what I need for the week. You know, I started getting that stuff. So, you know, but everybody's different. Everybody's path is different.
Yeah, definitely. Cause I ain't gonna, I never had experience like that, but I thought like maybe if I go to this one, cause like my brother, he go to church, and like his family, his wife, and all that, they go to church or whatever. And they used to go to different churches, and I knew I ain't like it, cause once I said I'm not going, I'm not going. I thought, like cause I would only go to their church, cause that's all I know, cause he was bringing me. Yeah. Like my mom started going now and all that, but I go to their church now and I don't feel it. So I was like I've been, I don't want to come here, stuff like that.
I think you need to go to like.
I haven't found.
We gonna go.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna take y'all. We'll take y'all to All Nations.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. So Kara asked me. She said, "Why you don't just find y'all like go to a different church?" I said I did. She was like, "Yeah." I was already Muslim at the time. I said I did though. I said, my aunt always had a rule. If you spend that, you gotta go to church. Yeah. She ain't care your religion. You going to church. I don't care if you believe or not. You gotta go spend
even that. Son. Yeah. Oh my God.
They took us to Christian Love. Oh. It was come as you are. We ain't had to wear these clothes.
That's another thing for me too.
Let me tell you, right? So I'm in there. I'm like, I'm feeling this. So my cousin like, you want to join the church? Too late. Allah got me. She was like, what?
Allah got me is crazy.
She was like, what?
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was so mad.
You is wild.
But whenever they said they was going there, I'd be like, come on, let's go. Because regardless of my religion, it's still God.
Yeah, facts.
I might not believe one or two things. You might not believe one or two things, but we all serving God.
I've been to good churches. I just never found myself.
Christian Love got me, but I told my cousin, I said Allah got me.
I forgot the name of the church.
The reason why I say we should go to All Nations is because I know for him, I already knew before he said a lot of it. I want to wear my hat. I want to wear my clothes.
Yeah, I want to come. Yes, yeah, I want to come. So how I want to dress.
That's Matthew Stevenson's church, Dr. Matthew Stevenson, Apostle. It's in New York.
Okay,
but you could go just like this, and you won't feel out of place.
Oh, that's fine.
He may have on jeans and whatever.
That's fine.
You know, so there are that in 2024.
Yeah,
there is a church for you.
I believe it.
If you want to go,
if I want to go.
Love blew my mind. That was the first church I walked in.
I've been to good churches before. Like one church you went to.
The pastor went up there in a sweatsuit. I was like, what is going on in here?
That's crazy. I've been to churches where they let you play basketball after the service.
It doesn't change the anointing. It doesn't change the power that God gives you. It doesn't change the message that He gives you.
That's true.
And that's just that religious stuff. Oh, you gotta have this suit on. You gotta come with a Bible. You gotta come with your skirt to your kneecaps, all the way to your ankles. No, that's not long enough. That's religious rhetoric. It's nonsense.
Yeah,
it's nonsense. It does not affect what God is going to use you to do.
Gotcha.
And Christian Love was back in the day when Reverend Ron. I'm not saying I don't know what they're doing now.
Me neither. It was back in the day.
But the Reverend Ron, he was one of the first ones that I knew of that had a church where it was like anybody could come here.
Anybody.
In Newark for sure. What is that? Irvington. The Irvington Newark area. But yeah, he was one of the first that I can remember growing up.
Like I was telling Kim, I'm like the youth night quiet, because I hung out with my cousins all the time, and we going to church. I ain't had no problems going to that church, but before they went to that church and they was going to them other ones, I was like, yo, I'll just go home, bro. I'm not going to the other church.
That'd be crazy. We gotta go to church.
And I love my cousin.
They wake up, you're not
I
there.
used to refuse spending the night at his house. Like, we'd spend the night Friday, Saturday come, I'll call my mother and father, I'll come get me. I'm not going to church. And then that one day, they was like, my cousin told me, he like, yo, we got a new church. Nah, you come dirty. I'm like, what?
Yo, you can come, I ain't gonna lie, you can come dirty with a soul me. You could just come dirty with a soul me. I ain't gonna lie.
So when we came in,
what is going on? Why
fresh out the sleep is crazy.
So people,
because that mean they're not gonna judge you.
Nah, so people,
then you wake up, just go brush your teeth.
So we get to the church, it's packed, right? Ain't nowhere to sit. I'm like, yo. They're like, yo, you could go downstairs. I'm like, what? They like, go downstairs. I go downstairs. They got it laid out. I'm like, yo, this church is different. And I seen the pastor. Then he gave the word unpastor like it sounded like us talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
that reached you.
It didn't feel preachy at all.
Yeah,
It felt,
I get you.
And I was just sitting there like, man, I'm like 14, 15, like, nah, yeah, I could do this. I could. Allah got me. She was so bad.
Shit, you crazy for that one. So.
What is wrong with you?
I respect that. That's one church. I love that church.
But I can't say I've been to some good churches though. But it's just,
What's a good
just
church
not for
you
me.
been to?
What's the church called? I don't want to get the name wrong. I think it's Powerful Living. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
I know that's the church my brother and them go to now. I think that's the name. I don't know.
It's in Jersey.
They used to be in number 4 school every Sunday, but now they got their own church in Bayonne on Broadway and.
You're doing a horrible promo job there.
Now the last time I went there, they was on me. Remember I told you? I'm in there, I'm chilling. I done took my hat off, put it on. I'm chilling, whatever. So my brother's wife goes, "Yeah, I got my brother in the house." I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. Cause she called me. She was like, "Yo, come through. I want you to help me with something." I'm not thinking I'm going for the service. Cause I knew I ain't want to go. So I get there. I get there. She knew I ain't want to go. I get there. I sit down. My nephew come over. He like, "Yo, how she get you in?" I'm like, I ain't even supposed to be here. So she shot me out or whatever. At the end of the service, pastor come up to me. "How you doing, brother? Long time no see." I'm like, "How you doing?" He like, "Hope they expect you for the whole 2024. I'm like, he like, "Nah, don't think about it. Just be about it." It's like, oh.
He's like, now you
Put me all on the spot. I'm like, yo. So like all of them was coming over there saying what's up to me and stuff. They are nice, but it's, I don't know. Just
It didn't grab you.
yeah.
It didn't grab you.
But they cool.
You
though.
had to go to Christian Love back in the day.
I've been to a church over here before. Well, you said that was in Irvington. I've been to one in Newark. They had a basketball court.
Nah,
so.
you gotta go to one. It's
That's
like
MG? No,
it's
that's
like
not. No, that's
I don't know.
Elizabeth.
that's how I break it
was that
down.
at?
That's how I break it down to people who don't go to church. Christian Love back in the day was like going to your favorite club for the Lord.
That's crazy.
For the Lord. Man.
So what could we expect next?
Wait, hold on. I got these last two
Oh,
questions.
my bad. I didn't know you had
got
more
these last
questions.
two
My
questions.
bad.
The last two, and then he gonna hit you with that, and then we gonna wrap you and get you up out of here. Would you start your own church?
I know that's a thought.
First of all, I know
I
that's
know that's a thought. I know that's a thought. I don't care what you say. If you ain't thinking about it, God think about telling you it.
Yeah, and I know that's a question other people probably ask you. That's why you made that face.
I'm gonna do what God tells me to do.
No, I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
I have no desire to start a church.
I got you.
None. I don't have a desire to start a church. I think it's enough churches that need help. But
I would agree with that.
Whatever he say, we're gonna do.
All right. Last question. It's a 2-part question. Favorite artist to listen to. First part of the question is gospel.
You know, that's hard. I like Chandler Moore's stuff. Jonathan McReynolds. I don't have a favorite.
Who you listen to on
Rich
the way over
Talbot.
here?
That's like my favorite.
Okay.
Who you listen to on the way over here?
I actually listened to Donald Lawrence on the way over here.
That's a better example. Christian Love is like
This guy.
Kirk Franklin.
Oh, all right.
So how Kirk Franklin did that with the music,
Yeah.
that's how it was last year.
That's how. Yeah.
I don't know if I would really enjoy a Kirk Franklin whole thing. Like I don't think.
No,
I don't know if I
Kirk
would.
Franklin.
He preached too, right?
I'm talking about the music.
No, he don't.
He don't preach at all.
No, Kirk
He not a
Franklin-
pastor?
Oh my God! Hey, yo, we just gonna move on. We just
That's-
gonna
I've
move
been-
on. Cause you ain't even catch
I've
me
been
putting it
bam-
together.
I've been bamboozled my whole life,
if you
bro.
want to think of him preaching as his music, because
Yeah,
Now, I
like-
thought he had like a church and all that. Like,
no.
No,
what?
no.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right,
What about Donnie McClurkin?
No.
He's a pastor.
All right, cool.
non-gospel
him.
artist.
Well, you know, Fantasia, my favorite. Period. That's it.
That's
I don't care what nobody
that's
say.
number one right there.
That's it.
That's number one right
All
there.
right, play When I See You, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, let that rock, man.
That will forever be my favorite. I don't care.
Yeah, I love
I don't care.
Fantasia.
It's my favorite. Say what you want to say about it.
I give you
love
that. I give you that. But
it.
go ahead,
And
man.
I'm going to the concert still.
That's funny. Kira just went to see her too.
Yeah, we had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
She know.
Not to look in the camera.
Cause she gonna go with somebody else. She know how much I love Fantasia, and then gonna tell me she going.
Hey, yo.
Oh, okay. Yo, I have literally heard Fantasia's gonna be at NJ Pack on the radio the day of, and got a seat that was $50 in the top. In the last row in the building, and had a whole concert of me and this lady.
Sheesh.
I don't care. I love her.
Nah, I feel you.
I love her.
I feel you. I like Fantasia.
I'm always gonna love her. I don't care. My girl.
She killed the color
Kara
purple.
played in my face going with her friend, and she ain't even take me. She ain't even let me know nothing. It's all right. I still love her though.
This is entertaining.
That's a shame. What was a shame?
I love this episode. This episode was good.
What's going on here?
All right, man, ask your question.
So what more can we expect from you, Mr. Author, Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. 9-to-5 worker, Mr. Homeowner, Mr. Part-time job, Minister / pastor? Because he said he could preach even though the pastor did. Like either way, it could go. He get up there and do his thing. What can we expect for you after this? After 2 books?
More obedience. I don't know.
Word. Because obedience is key.
I mean, obviously, this is volume 1, so
Word.
whenever he says it's time for volume 2,
Word.
volume 2 coming. But I'm just focused on building up the nonprofits. Well, I have this working on a new one now. Haven't even released that one yet, so that's an exclusive. So yeah, it's
we get a lot of those.
Nonprofit in the works. So I'm focused on that. Look out for that. Gonna make some big transformations and changes in people's lives. So doing that. But yeah, whatever he says, we're gonna do some more things that I know, more locations, event speed stuff. I'm sure that's gonna come soon. So I'm just waiting and we'll see what happens.
Word.
I appreciate y'all.
Of course, we
Of
appreciate
course,
you for stopping by on your busy
always.
schedule.
He come back through,
And where the people can find you at?
Listen, don't look for me. Say now.
Don't look for me.
Don't look for me. God got me. Man.
Instagram is DJ Bizman, Bizman, DJ Bizman. Facebook is Demetrius Jackson, Dametrius Jackson. I'm on Snap. What's my Snap? Don't go to Snap. I don't do too much on there. I'm trying to post on TikTok more, y'all. I don't know.
Oh, TikTok about to get banned.
Why?
They've been trying to ban TikTok for us.
Why TikTok getting banned?
I don't know. That's all I keep hearing. TikTok getting banned.
My TikTok is DAJ Global 12. That's my TikTok. So I got TikTok posting on there. Yeah. That's good. And then of course the website. Did I get y'all the right website? Let's see.
Yeah, you read it. HGMGglobal.com. I think that was it.
Right, yo.
If I'm right, that's crazy.
What'd you say?
HGMGglobal.com
Yeah. I messed up though.
or something like that. I know it's something like that.
You're right. I said
right?
that.
Oh, all right.
I did say that, but I messed up. I wrote an extra G. It's HGMGlobalMinistries.com.
Ah, okay.
No extra G. It's HGMGlobalMinistries.com. So you can reach out to me there. The one-on-one sessions. So again, the one-on-one sessions is about accountability. It's about just talking people through some things. Some people like healing through trauma, things like that. Whatever the Lord is saying, we're going to talk about, we're going to do. And what else do I do? So it's like, cultivation of stuff, about commitment, accountability, all of that. So some people just like, what is the Lord saying, or what do you hear him saying about this situation? So those are one-on-one sessions. I do that stuff. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's all for now.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This Oh.
Get you back. Do you back?
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of I Don't Care What You Think podcast. We don't care what you think. We have Demetrius Jackson in the building. He just dropped 2 books. He's an entrepreneur. He does a whole lot of things in his life. Thank you.
What is happening?
I sip, I roll my weed up. Niggas trip, but they can't see us. Big plays when I'm on top now. I got this, kick your feet up. Watch how I double up now. It's gonna cost 10 to 6.